Let's turn that off. What's up, everybody? I'm in an exciting place. All right. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Are there people joining the stream here? So 2 people are watching. Hello, Herman. Hello, Bob. Shave those knuckles. Propaganda. Graham, I'm growing weed. All right. That's good. Good for you. I am. Let's see if I can maybe raise this up a little bit. That's a little bit better. Hey, Marcia, what's up? Does Graham smoke cannabis? No, I do not. I'm sober. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink the alcohol. Yeah, propaganda. You like the show Cobra Kai? I haven't really seen much of it, but I love the original Karate Kid. So I got this shirt, Cobra Kai, and it says Reseda, California, which is fantastic. I am on the road in beautiful, I'm in Chicago, and they put you up in this little apartment thing, which is cool. Herman Montoya, what did Tulsi say in the View that Assad is a brutal dictator? Yeah, man, that's really, it's a little disappointing. You know, she says that on The View. Bernie is like, you know, Maduro is bad down in Venezuela, and we got to do something about it. It's really, and Abby Martin called Bernie out for that. It's, I don't know, you know, it's stuff like that about Tulsi saying that on The View, what she said in 2014 about, she was conflicted about the CIA torture report and what her own website says. It just gives me a little pause of like, is she acquiescing to the war machine? You know what I mean? Like that's my fear. I don't know. I mean, it's like Bernie's our best hope, but even he is saying stuff that's like fueling the war machine, which just bums me out, you know. Marcia had her knee replacement surgery on the 18th. Has been home since. Marcia, I hope you're healing up well. That's good to know. Ruth Benedict, yes, I was in St. Charles the last 3 nights, which is sort of a good hour outside of Chicago at the Zanies out there, which was a lot of fun. And now I'm doing the downtown Zanies tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday. And then I go to the Zanies in Rosemont, which is Rosemont is a suburb of Chicago. That's kind of near where O'Hare is. They're all good clubs. Yeah. LeGrand Larrabee. Can't wait till May. Right on. Salt Lake City. Absolutely. May's going to be awesome. It's one of those emergency things. I'm not sick, but I'm preventing it getting me, it being me getting sick. Let's check out what Graham has in the fridge. Oh boy. All right. All right, Alan Parker. So this is this little apartment thing that they give me, which is nice. And then, so here we have, I was like peanuts, and I've got some Kashi Goleen. And then I got this vegetable soup at a Walgreens. That looks good. And I got a bowl of noodle soup. I like the noodles. I got some organic bananas. Some kind of lentil chips. They're pretty good, actually. And then I have up here, I got an Amy's gluten-free broccoli and cheddar bake, vegetarian. And then this brand I've never had before, General Tso's Tofu, which is great because the last hotel I was in had a mini fridge and a microwave. This place, I have kind of a full fridge here, so I might do some more shopping tomorrow. But I'm only here for, 3 nights. And then we've got, if we come in here into the fridge, I bought some like salad that's almost done, and then I bought this stuff, this organic gluten-free, dairy-free. It's vegan creamy Caesar dressing. Here is some kombucha that I'm almost done with, some coconut water, another thing of kombucha, almond breeze unsweetened, an apple, and then yogurt alternative made with soy. These were in here, the Pellegrinos. I like that. I got an orange, some fruit, and then there's wine down there, but that was here. I don't drink, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So there's where we're at in terms of, and then this is my pre-workout. This is a natural one, and it uses stevia. It doesn't use like sucralose or anything. It's a decent pre-work. It doesn't make me all crazy. And then this is my like protein powder stuff. And I brought my own green tea, which is cool. So, yeah, there's where we're at. Plug my computer back in. Ow! What's up? How are you, Marsha Smith sounds like she's in a little bit of pain, but the knee surgery is in the long run going to be good. That's good to hear. So yeah, that's what I'm. And then I eat these sometimes. I'll show you these. These are good. Sometimes I'll get these thick, thin bars. There's no, they don't add sugar to them, which is nice. Ruth, thank you so much for supporting the show, everybody. This is a great way to do it. You can go hit the super chat button like Ruth just did. I also put the Streamlabs thing, Balthazar. I cannot figure out the Streamlabs thing in my Mac. I don't know how to do it. Sorry. So Ruth Benedict said, to being able to experience the Progressive Comedy Tour, see you in Philly, Graham, praying that my doctor will approve the trip, fingers crossed. So Ruth is dealing with leukemia. Ruth, thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for supporting the show. We are going to be in Philly. So we've added a bunch of dates on the East Grove. I'll go through all the tour dates. Ruth, show Ruth some love. Ruth, I hope your doctor says it's okay for you to come to the show. So March, really in 2 weeks, Ron and I are doing the Progressive Comedy Tour. March 10th, we are going to Lafayette, Louisiana. March 11th, Oxford, Mississippi. March 12th, Pensacola, Florida. And March 13th, New Orleans. In April, we're going to Texas, baby. We're doing April 12th in Fort Worth, April 13th in Houston, April 14th in San Antonio, and April 15th in Austin. Shave the Knuckles on tax day. May 11th and 12th, we're doing Salt Lake City. The 11th is a regular progressive comedy tour. That's where Ron and I each do like 45-minute sets. The 12th, we're doing a political vigilante live. So if you're anywhere near Salt Lake on the 11th or 12th, they're two totally different shows. So if you watch like that clip of Jimmy making fun of that New York Times heckler and then the political vigilante game show, that's what I do for the vigilante live show. May 13th, we're in Boise. Come check us out there. June is when we do the big East Coast swing. So June 12th, we're in DC. June 13th, we're in Baltimore. 14th and 15th, we're in Philly, which is awesome. The 16th, we're in New Haven, Connecticut. The 17th, we are in New York City. And the 19th, we are in Boston. We might add some more shows on the 20, the 20, 21st, 21, 22 in there. But those dates are all confirmed. There's all ticket links for all of them. And you can buy those all at graham-elwood.com. And hopefully Ruth Benedict will be at one of the Philly shows. We found this cool little like 45, 50 seat venue in Philly. So they'll probably sell out. If those shows sell, we'll add shows. So check that out, Ruth. Let's hope Ruth is better by then. All right, sweetie. All right. Natural Progressive. Chris, shave your knuckles. Hope you're doing okay, and well wishes to all political vigilantes out there. Love you all. See you May 11th. Yeah, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. So I did the video about my comedy friend, Brody Stevens. He took his own life Friday, or that's when they found, I don't know. And he was a really funny, sweet guy, and he just suffered from depression. You know, he's battling that and mental illness, and I don't know where he was at in terms of medication he was taking. I didn't know. I didn't, you know, the comedy community, it's like there's a lot of us, especially in LA, and we all perform with each other and know each other. And so, you know, I've known the guy for probably 15, 20 years and always got along with him. And even if we did argue, it was always just sort of silly argument about something. It wasn't anything of any like substantial value. Excuse me. So he took his own life, and it's been really sad, but he was a really nice guy. And I mean, he would hang out with the Cubs and stuff. Anyway, he was. So thanks, Chris, and we'll see you May 11th. I really appreciate all of you for supporting this. This is really cool. So Frank Friel. Frank, thank you so much, man. Shave the knuckles for justice. I volunteered for Bernie, then I saw that tweet. I don't know how he can be so right domestically and wrong on foreign policy. I donated but pulled back from working on the campaign. Donated to Tulsi too. I'll see you in Philadelphia in June. Frank, thank you for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you bring up, you know, we're all kind of reeling a little bit from the last couple of days. And I applaud Abby Martin for calling Bernie out publicly. Her and Mike Preisner have been to Venezuela. They're very up to speed on, let's see if we need some more light here. They're very up to speed on what's going on down there. And it's really disheartening to see Bernie supporting this crazy Trump coup, which is just for oil. When John Bolton goes on Fox News and says, we're just going there for the oil. We need the oil. It'll be good for the American economy. No, it'll be good for billionaire oil executives' economy, not ours. So yeah, it's disheartening. And then Tulsi goes on The View and says that it's really disheartening. I don't know how else to put it, you know? So thanks, Frank, for supporting, you know, I'm not going to suddenly backpedal on that. Yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know how else to say it. It's just a bummer. Yeah, that's it. So thanks, Frank. You're awesome for supporting the show. I appreciate it. Ray Foley. Graham, please get a hold of Byron Lopez campaign. He's going to win, Graham, and waiting for you in same wars as Thalia Hall. Same ward as Thalia Hall. Ah, all right. Byron Lopez. Let's look up Byron Lopez. I think I've already heard about this guy because I was given, yeah. Byron Lopez. He's the alderman of the 25th ward in Chicago. Yeah. So let's find. I'm going to put his website. Byron Lopez, 25th ward. So Chicago does it by wards. Brian. Yeah, here he is. So here's the website, guys. The 25th ward is, if you saw the show that Jimmy did in Thalia Hall, that's the 25th ward. So he's running for alderman of the 25th ward. And, you know, from what I've been told about the guy recently, I'm just learning about him, that he's kind of like an AOC for the 25th ward. The 25th ward is a very working class ward in sort of southwest part of Chicago. So if you're in that ward, look him up, or have friends that live in the 25th ward, look him up. It's a campaign to get involved with. So thanks, Ray. Thanks, Ray, so much. In the same ward as Thalia Hall, right on. So appreciate Ray Foley. I thank you, Frank Friel, and I appreciate Natural Progressive, and of course Ruth Benedict. It's awesome. We're going to see Frank and Ruth in Philly, guys. So go to GrahamElwood.com. Boom. Students for Our Revolution. So Bernie is going to be speaking in Chicago a week from today. And guys, this is a good point. You know, yeah, we're all excited, or many of us are excited about Bernie, but when he says stuff about Maduro, and we got to hold him accountable. We can't just turn a blind eye to him because he's our guy and he's our best shot. We got to say, no, we got to let the progressive left, the real left, real progressives be heard. And that's like, we don't want these ridiculous regime change wars. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to go into Venezuela for their oil. There's no crisis down there. I mean, the crisis, if there is one, we're creating it. The mainstream media will only show anti-Maduro rallies. They won't show any pro-Maduro rallies. What does that tell you? What does that tell you right there? How ridiculous is that? So let the Bernie campaign know. Tweet at Bernie, email his people, let them know what you think, that's ridiculous. You support Bernie, you're a fan of his, you like this stuff, but he's got this wrong. Be really on it. Neil Reg. So I'm sorry, you just let me read this. I just saw this. Bernie said on Univision today that he's against U.S. military intervention in Venezuela. All right, I'm glad he's taking that stance. Melissa H., you should all come to Uphill Media on Saturday, Progressive Week in Review. Great group of folks and a great chat. Yeah, Uphill Media, that's cool. And I know I'm in Chicago. I'm trying to set up an interview with Hard Lens Media because I've met them before. They're doing good work here in Chicago. Alan Turpin, Tulsi is supporting the missile defense military industrial complex boondoggle too. Both she and Bernie are making me doubt. Yeah, I know. It's weird, man. I know. Mario Pico, I'm homeless and I am destitute, or I donate so all of you could hear some words. Mario, hope you get better, brother. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, John Bolton is a psychopath. It's good that Bernie's saying he doesn't want us to go into Venezuela, but this is the thing I worry about. I mean, this is the problem with like any Democrat. They still, are within the Democratic Party, which is part of the, you know, the war machine. I mean, I really, you know, let's say Bernie or Tulsi do win. They do win the nomination and they do become president. Are they going to just acquiesce to the war machine? That's what just bums me out. I mean, so we got to stay on it. We can't give up. We quit. We have to stay on them. We have to let them know we're the progressives. We're voting for them. We're going to volunteer for them, provided they do this. We got to hold them accountable, man. We got to hold them accountable. Roger Nichols, hey brother, sorry about your friend. Can't wait to see you in Washington State. Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that. Yeah, we don't have any Northwest, but I've talked about this before, but it bears repeating. You know, Ron and I are looking to do a Pacific Northwest. We might do it late summer, where we would do like Portland, Seattle, Vancouver, Canada, you know, and maybe throw in, you know, Olympia, Washington, or Eugene, Oregon, or something like that, somewhere along there, and just do that, basically that I-5 corridor. Some of you are over Sanders, I get it. Can you shout out We Hot in Darien voice? Love y'all. Hey guys, shout out to my friend Wahad. We're besties. We like bought nail polish together yesterday. It was like so amazing. So nail polish and blessings, you guys. I got my nails done. They're so amazing. I want my nails to look good. I don't want to look like some sort of weird road comedian or whatever. So thanks, guys. Whoops. I tell you, the diehard Dems my parents' age really pissed me the F off. Bernie, oh, he had his chance. He's too old. He's already tried. Yeah, that's nice. And glad you received an affordable education. Yeah, I know. And it's like, well, Hillary got to try twice. Why doesn't Bernie? You know? Is Ron gonna be on both Salt Lake City shitty? Yes, Ron will be on both shows. So he will be my panelist on the Political Vigilante Live. And then we'll bring audience members to do the game show thing, and you can win stuff. Yeah, so here's how the progressive comedy shows go. It's Ron and I each doing 45-minute, and we each do our own individual 45-minute sets. We're not on stage together. And then a lot of times we get local opening acts. Like in DC, looks like Tim Black's going to be on the show. Lee Camp might be on the show. In New York City, my friend John Updike from Open Primaries is going to come talk. Might have Samira Khan on the show. They're not comedians, but they might just say something. Even if they don't say anything, they'll be in the audience and you can talk to them afterwards and stuff like that. The Political Vigilante show, like I'll come up and do like maybe a 5-10 minute set. Then Ron will maybe do a 10-minute set. Then Ron and I will sit there and go through some stories, news of the day. We'll do Q&A with the audience. And then the last part of the show, we bring 2 audience members on to be contestants. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Nick Thompson. Shave the knuckles, brother. Hey, Graham, disappointed I can't make it tonight, but going to try tomorrow. If ticks are available. Yeah, they should be. Yeah, but I don't think it's sold out. I think there's tickets available for sure. So if you go to my website or just the Zany Chicago website, you can buy the tickets. Bernie 2020, but need Tulsi to pull him left on war. Yeah, I agree with that, Nick. I I don't know why she goes on. I mean, if she goes on The View and says Assad is a bad guy, but we shouldn't be in a regime, if she's just sort of saying that to say, yeah, he's a brutal dictator, but that doesn't mean we need to go and do regime change. If that's her strategy for saying that, then I guess I'm okay with it. But yeah, I don't want Bernie to be, you know, we had 8 years of a quote liberal war guy with Obama. So I don't need to see that again. So you bring up a good point, Nick. Thanks for supporting the show, and hopefully to see you tomorrow night. Going back to Frank Friel, who said that you pulled back from working on the campaign. Let the campaign know that. Tell them, be very vocal, you guys. Not crazy, rude, fuck you, but just, not that you would, but I'm just saying in general, just write the campaign and say, this really bothers me. I want to support Bernie Sanders, but I don't like this. I don't want to do this regime change. I don't want to be involved, you know, with these wars. And if he becomes president, I want to know that he's not going to just keep this war machine going. Let them know, man. They're paying attention. Believe me, they're paying attention. Fantastic life, Dominic. Shave the knuckles. Did you see Feinstein's performance with the demonstrating kids? It's hard to imagine that politicians like her and ARC are in the same party. That was unbelievable. If you watch the Dianne Feinstein thing. Now, it got cut up and put on Twitter, and the full version is she starts to kind of backpedal and say, well, okay, I'll think. But that still doesn't excuse. She just immediately dismisses these kids. And then I'm watching Meet the Press today on MSNBC or NBC, one of the CIA NBCs. And they're like bringing up that Andrea Martin. You know, where are the parents? It's not right that these parents are pushing their kids in there to be political. Oh, God, shut up. So we don't want our kids a part of the democratic process. These kids are hearing what's going on with the environment, and they're like, hey, we need to do something about it. The parents aren't pushing the kids. If the kids didn't want to do that, the parents, come on. And it's just preposterous. And there was one woman on the panel who was like, the planet's collapsing. We don't have time for this like incremental centrism. You know, that's the thing. In 20 years, those kids that are 10, 15 years old, they're going to be in their 20s and 30s or 40s. And they're going to be facing complete climate collapse. We're in the middle of it right now. They're going to be in this nightmare world. Dianne Feinstein will be dead. So it won't matter to her. That's why Dianne Feinstein can just talk down to these little kids and go, excuse me, I've been doing this for 30 years. Can you imagine if a guy said that? If like a white male Republican talked that way to kids, people would go bananas. But then people on the left kind of defend her a little bit. Oh, she's bad. Look at her record. Look at her record of what? Taking corporate money? It's unbelievable. And just that just shows you I'll never get this passed with the Republican Senate. I've been doing this too long. Yeah, you've been just doing incremental centrism for too goddamn long. You need to leave. You need to leave. There's no like, we're going to do this. I don't care. It's the right thing to do. Like people need to realize that there's like a meteor coming to the planet in essence. And we need to react that way. But these corporate politicians in both parties that are making all this money, they don't give a shit. They won't be here. When things really get awful, they'll be dead. Dianne Feinstein will be dead. She's not going to see this. She's not going to see all of the shorelines across the planet. She's not going to see that. So thanks, Dominic, for bringing that up. Balthazar 228, shave him. I sent you a Mac version tutorial link on Streamlabs on how to get your link and other stuff in the description. I got tickets to the NYC show. All right, dude. I will make a concerted effort to try to figure that out. I really will. And I very much appreciate it. So thank you. We have 150 people watching, 59 likes. Smash the like button, you guys, and share this out in the world. We've been getting really good numbers the last couple of weeks. It's been awesome. I've picked up 4,000 subscribers in a month. mainly from being on that Barry Weiss video and then this. So it's really cool. Thank you, Balthazar228. I'll go through that. Cuttafill Graham, like the $27. That's a Bernie number, right on. If it helps, there are a ton of people out there who you may never meet, but are grateful for what you do. Ron, Jimmy, Miserable Brownie, Arno, etc. do and put up with the fighting, the good fight. Hope to see you in New Haven. Oh, man. Thank you for saying that. That's all I'm trying to do, man, is put up the good fight. You know? So, like, I got to do what, I don't know. I've just been a comedian my whole life. I'm trying to do the best I can and get the message out there and do these live chats. I got a show tonight. I did 2 shows last night. And I'm just trying to get it going, to get people to wake up. And I do have some hope. I am seeing some people wake up. And then I interview people like Mitchell Health, and he just has all these, he's aware of all the research he's done with his job, his profession, and all of the solutions that are out there. You know, that guy gives me hope. That guy that shows up in my hotel room with rubber gloves, he gives me hope, man. And I see that there's solutions out there. I see Dianne Feinstein and I just go, oh, shut up and get out of the way. You are the part of the problem. You know, Nina Turner gives me hope. Bernie still gives me hope, but you know, sometimes it's, but yeah, we're all trying, man. You know, I talk to Jimmy and Ron and Steph about this all the time. We're all just trying. Even had conversations with Mike Preisner and Abby Martin. We're all just like, we're just trying to get the word out. We're trying to do what we can. So I really appreciate you supporting this super chat. All of you that are like my Patreon supporters, I appreciate it. When you come to the live shows, I appreciate it. All of that matters, and it's really cool. And I hope to see you in New Haven too. That's June 16th. Gotta grab Elwood.com. Thanks, Cuttafill. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. David Kapoor, I'm glad that it does. Let's see. Make sure I got all of them. Balthazar228. Dianne Feinstein fails for another reason too. It takes way longer is not an excuse when Australia got gun control legislation passed in 3.5 months. Yeah, I know. That's such a great point. It just shows I know what I'm doing. Yeah, you know how to keep your corporate donors happy. You know how to do that. You don't know how to get the will of the constituents that you represent. You don't care what they think. When little girls show up at your office, you talk down to them like they're morons. And I'm sure she's all like, girl power, get girls involved, and we're tired of the patriarchy. And then a bunch of young girls show up and shut up, girls, I know what I'm doing. Shit can get done if they really want to. They don't want to. That's why they play this incremental centrism. And that's why then the goddamn MSNBC validates Dianne Feinstein for doing that. It's preposterous. So thanks, dude. Thanks a lot. Balthazar228, thanks again, brother. What are the top 5 comedians you'd like to see moderate debates in place of the sycophantic journalists that currently do? Oh, I'd like to see Jimmy, Lee Camp. I'd like to see Tim Black, myself. I'd like to see Abby Martin. She's not a comic, but she would be fantastic. I mean, I've done the Jimmy Dore live show with her. She's actually very funny, and she knows her shit, man. I would love to see her just call these people out. She's a really good interviewer, and it would be fantastic. It would be fantastic. And to have Jill Stein on stage, it would be fantastic. So right on. Eddie Pepitone, those are great. I'd love to see all of that. Let me go back to this. Right on. Thank you, by the way, Cut of Phil, for mentioning Brownie. That's so, I love that Brownie's like part of the show. I was bummed Mitchell Health didn't have his cats with him. He couldn't bring his cat on the show. Bob Swank, Jets, Jets. Oh, here comes the sneeze. Hold on. Okay. False alarm. Bernie and Tulsi should not be saying this nonsense when the majority of the people are against regime change wars, not just progressives. Yeah, I know. I don't know what that was about. It's, first of all, Bob, thank you for supporting the show. And it worries me viscerally in the campaign that they're doing this. Are they just going to start moving more to the right because they're seeing Kamala just get anointed by CNN and everybody, and Wall Street has just anointed them, so they're going to just talk a little war. It's hard. It's hard to stomach, you know. I'm glad, as somebody said earlier, Bernie came on Univision today and said, I don't want to do a regime change war in Venezuela. You know, so I don't know. They're up against a lot of crazy shit, man. But thanks, Bob Swanek, for supporting the show. Schultzy 100, shave the knuckles for justice. 163 viewers right now, 90 likes. Smash the like button. 165. It's so awesome to have you guys join us. Really like it when you go out with a song. Love Boat was fantastic. Wondering if you'd consider Courtship of Eddie's Father, The Fall Guy, or Greatest American Hero. Oh, I could maybe do Courtship of Eddie's Father. I could do one of those. All right. All right, Chelsea 100. Remind me at the end of the show. I'll punch out with a song. So tonight at 7, I'm going to live tweet the Oscars, 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, because I do that for my other show, Comedy Film Nerds, and then I got to go on stage at 8. So I will live tweet part of the Oscars because they're so fun to make fun of. Make fun. So all right, Chelsea, I'll remember to sing a song at the end of the show. And maybe that's how I'll wrap up my Political Vigilante Live in Salt Lake City, is I'll sing a song. How's that sound? Tulsi is against regime change war, but then she went on The View and said that, you know, yeah, I don't agree with that. XYZ racks. That's ridiculous. All Muslims are not terrorists. That is a ridiculous statement. Costello West, those old politicians are already millionaires, greedy bastards. Yeah, they don't care. That's right, Costello West. They don't care. Dianne Feinstein isn't going to see 100 million people, 100 million climate refugees, because the East Coast is going to be like a mile in is going to be underwater. She's not going to deal with that. It won't be her problem. Basil Peterson, thank you for supporting the show. Another weather weirding event here in the Finger Lakes, New York, hurricane force winds, rain, then snow tomorrow. Yeah, Basil, I'm here in Chicago, right? So when I got here Thursday in the Chicago area, the temperatures were in the low 30s, 20s at night. There was snow on the ground. It rained yesterday. It got up in the 40s and it rained. And now there's this crazy wind. When I was a kid living in Wisconsin, and then I moved to Chicago when I was about 12 years old, I remember it would snow in November. This is in the 70s. And we wouldn't see rain until April. April showers bring May flowers, right? There would be snow on the ground, 2 to 3 feet of snow on the ground for months. That was winter. That was winter. And now it's like all these crazy weather events. They just had the polar vortex here. Now it's raining. It's 40s. Now it's cold again. It's nuts, man. And thank you for talking about that. People, oh, it's cyclical. No, it's not cyclical. Yeah, we can say Assad is a shitty leader, but you know, and has he been great to his own citizens? Probably not, but just like, why are we in there? It's yeah. Same here in Vermont too. You would be a billionaire too. This is from Snork Y2K. If your husband had a big investment firm and access to CIA briefings or detail of any company in the world, absolutely. Balthazar 228, thanks, brother. My mother said there was someone outside her local grocery today handing out Nomiki Konst for NYC public advocate flyers. Yeah, I think the election is tomorrow. I think the mayoral race in Chicago is tomorrow as well. You know, Nomiki Konst, man. I interviewed her on this show about 4 or 5 months ago. It's an audio interview. Go back and listen to it. She's running for public advocate. It's a very unique political position. I think it's pretty almost exclusively unique to New York City. I could be wrong, but she's out there fighting a good fight. She's taking her opponents apart on debates, and you know, those are the people we got to get behind. So it's good. It's good that Balthazar, you saw that. You know, that's right on. Tuesday the 26th. Yep. Meghan McCain isn't out of touch trust fund baby. Yeah, Nomiki will make a great advocate. Stephen Townsend, Graham will be going to your show Friday night. Can't wait to see you. Right on. Thanks for coming to the live shows. Oh, guys, if you're coming to any of my shows in Chicago, you know, downtown or Rosemont, I have Make Gotham Great Again shirts with me. I don't really bring them out on stage because it depends on, there's not always as many vigilante fans in the audience. I obviously talk about them on stage when I do the Progressive Comedy Tour shows, but if you want to Make Gotham Great Again shirt, and I have a silver Sharpie, I can autograph it for you if you come out to the shows. Plus I got other stuff, but it just I appreciate you coming out. Ruth Benedict is saying that her animals are being affected by the weather thing. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that own animals that the crazy climate events are just freaking animals out. We're seeing it in migration patterns. We're seeing it in insects. I mean, we're seeing it all over the place. So we do have a bad president in office. 2 days of snow in Vegas, man. There was sleet in San Luis Obispo 3 days ago. Elite Vegan Grill Master. Sad thing about climate change, the loop will be underwater. I wish we had progressives run for office in Indiana. I never get a Senate governor candidate worth voting for. Yeah. D. Martin, why is the most popular politician in the country with name recognition now turning his back on third party and opting for the corporate warmongering party? I don't know. That's a good question. My thing that I've been saying this whole time is, let me bring this up real quick. 250,000 cattle killed in a recent Australian flood. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of those things. Whales washing up on the shore. But let me go back to the Bernie thing. He really has the power of the people. He has the money he just raised. He has all these progressives behind him who would back all of these progressive, true left platforms. I don't know why he's doing this. I really don't. My guess, my hope, maybe it's a naive hope, is that if the Democratic Party screws him over, which they're going to try to do, and let's say they put in Kamala, that he just runs as a full-on independent, and then he doesn't have to play games anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unrealistic or naive. I don't know. So Because you think Bernie would lose straight up on a third party, and he doesn't want to split the vote. I don't know. Maybe I think he could win in a third. I mean, if people are that disenfranchised, I don't know. He would pull in all of the. If he ran as an independent, he would pull in all of the moderate Republicans who just don't like Trump and are offended by him. A lot of those Republicans are starting to realize they're going socialist. You know, I think he could do that. You know, so I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, we talked earlier about Tulsi's what she said on The View. That was a little disheartening, and I don't know what she's doing, if she's just trying to play ball or sound like she's tough on it or something. I'm not sure, but that did bum me out a little bit. Yeah. RT puts almost all of its interviews up on YouTube if you don't have RT on your cable. Balthazar 228, thanks, brother. Bernie has one huge advantage as third party. 45% didn't vote last election. If he gets half of them, turnout is 77.5%, highest in U.S. history. Oh, yeah, that's a great point, Balthazar. So there's that map, and I even showed it in a video or two, of if did not vote was a candidate, it would have won like 48 or 49 out of 50 states. So if Bernie runs as an independent, let's say Joe Biden is the guy and it's Biden versus Trump or something, and Bernie runs as an independent, that's a great question. How many people that just, I don't vote, it's bullshit, who have sat out past elections would go, I'm going to register now? How many people would do that and go, yeah, we're going to change things now? I don't know. That would be amazing. You know? Yeah, it's 100 and some million people. What if just 20 or 30 million of those people, a third of it, 30, 40 million people register to vote and they all vote for Bernie? That would be awesome. I mean, that would be amazing, Balthazar 228. I would love personally to see that. I'd love to see that in a big way. Are words being cut out on this chat? No, I don't think so. Yeah, and if they do, Andrew Sweet's right. If they run an HRC drone, then Trump will win again. If they run another centrist, he'll win. He'll just double down and get his base again, you know? Yeah, that's why the primaries are important. Jana Kelton's bringing us up to get the candidate we want to bring in. Balthazar 228, shave the knuckles. What percentage do you think the Dems will still try to shove Kamala Mnuchin down our throats? I'm guessing 70% is their lowest without question. Yeah, they are pushing. God, I just watched this interview that she did on MSNBC with Joyanne Reed, and it was such a fluff piece, such a propping up. No hard questions about her past as attorney general, no hard questions about when she was district attorney in San Francisco, none of that stuff. It was all just about how we need to resist Trump. And, you know, I mean, yes, Trump is racist and he's not good, but there was no real solid platform, you know. I think they're going to push. The corporate Dems are not going to suddenly, they're going to try everything they can to make sure that a Wall Street candidate is the nominee. What I don't think they understand is I think more people are paying attention this time, and the backlash this time will be even bigger. So I don't know. They might, since the establishment, the people that really run the Democratic Party, they don't want somebody like Bernie or even Tulsi. And if it looks like it's going to be, like, let's say Bernie just is overwhelming, he's just crushing people in the primary and they can't cheat this time, they might just back him out of, like, I guess, the way the Republicans did not want Trump. The Republican Party did not want Trump. They don't have bullshit superdelegates. So when he got the nomination, the Republican Party said Mike Pence. So that's the thing the Democratic Party might do, is just go, all right, you got to get, Kamala needs to be your VP or something. Yeah, they might shove Joe Biden up your ass. Chief Fox's Larry Moe and Gurley show this morning. They yell communism since AOC will pay her lowest staffer. We paid a living wage of $52,000. Yeah, those shows are funny. It's hard for me to watch. Yeah, the Dems are hoping on identity politics with Kamala. They have too many things to shame people that don't vote for her, so she's a perfect candidate for them. I agree with that. Ruth Benedict. Thanks, Ruth. Thank you so much, Ruth, for being here. And I know you're going through a lot, and we appreciate you spending the time and the money since you're battling leukemia. I'm glad last week you said you got some good news from your doctor, so it's good to hear that. If you're going vegan, Kamala's word salads are not the way to go. Just saying, yeah. Well, her word salads, have private prison money in them and all this other stuff. Yeah, I did that video on her as a district attorney protecting pedophile priests. I did, she's got money from Steve Mnuchin. I did my video on that. She just sits there and still does this same sort of platitude identity politic thing without any real platform or substance. And then this thing she says just totally contradicts everything she did as district attorney and attorney general. This is unreal. Doesn't care, just says it. Ruth Benedict, thank you. Sam Dean, welcome. David Kapoor, I know folks who worked for Kamala when she was attorney general. They hated her. They wouldn't wish they would whistle blow. Yeah, for sure. That's part of the problem. Yeah, Tim Black, Ruth Benedict's pointing out Tim Black does a great job critiquing Kamala's salads. Yeah, Tim Black's great at it was a great interview having him on. He was talking about Kamala and Tulsi and everybody. It was really, yeah. Melissa H, at least mainstream media can't be counting the superdelegates in the delegate count during the primary. Yeah, absolutely. Boop, I don't know what that says. Boop Bigabuki or something. Graham, did you see that even her father, I'm assuming Kamala, said he wanted no part of this sham in regards to her comment about smoking weed because she's half Jamaican. That's when you're an opportunist. Oh yeah, that was so just like, and it was completely debunked on the internet. She said I smoked weed and listened to Tupac and Biggie. And it's like you graduate in '86 and they didn't come on the scene till '90 and '91. Oh man. Klobuchar eats Kamala's word salads with a comb. Yeah, we hear she's awful to her staff. Great. Dax Jacobson, anyone in California who wants to vote Bernie, make sure you're registered as a Dem. Good point. We need ranked choice voting. Yes, we do. Time travel weed. Ha ha. Graham, do you trust RT? You know, I was talking to Samara Khan about this, and she goes, well, at least state TV has more of an obligation to show both sides. She goes, it definitely has its bias. She worked at RT. She's like, but we were critical of Putin on that show. And she goes, and even like Al Jazeera or Press TV, these are state TV. She goes, at least they have an obligation to be sort of both sides, where the corporate media only has an obligation to its corporate financiers. So that's why I watch RT and I go, okay, I'll buy more what they're saying than the regular channels that are getting funded by Boeing. Sam Dean, what's up, brother? Good day, mate. So what are we singing tonight? I'm thinking something to do with a room or a refrigerator. Ha ha. Well, The Courtship of Eddie's Father was suggested. I love me some good 70s or 80s theme songs from television. So I don't know, Sam. We got about 30 minutes to figure it out, buddy. 30 minutes, Sam. I hope I get back to Australia, man. I love Australia. And I know many of you are Aussies, and it would be great to meet you all in person. Do I prefer ranked choice voting over approval voting? I think from what I understand, ranked choice voting is the thing I would go. It seems very, actually the most like democratic process is ranked choice voting. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question. Sanford and South, there's no words to that. Approval is easiest to hack. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks, SnorkY2K. Elite Vegan Grill Master. RT is more honest than CNN or Fox or MSNBC. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Approval voting seems to me like a, hey, ranked choice voting is the best thing for the people, but we can't manipulate it. So let's come up with an alternative to make people, you know, that's what I think. Hey, Graham, thanks for doing your show. Any news on Bernie forming an army of people to watchdog the polling stations and doing their own exit polls? No, I have not, but that is a good thing to suggest to his campaign and to get people involved with. I think it's a great idea. I mean, I think people should for sure. Three's Company's a good song. All right. I'm a knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. Sure. Oakland, California has ranked voting. It's near me, so I hear about it. Seems to be good for most people. I like that. Yeah, any improvement, I agree with that. Any improvement to our voting system. I wish we could implement open primaries and ranked choice voting, both. Yeah, document your vote for sure. Absolutely. Music is hers and hers alone. Three's Company too. I like the way RT just films things without VO. That's when I get most of my occupation. Yeah. Well, I don't think RT, I didn't say RT is owned by their donors. I mean, the corporate media is owned by their donors. RT is owned by the state. Maybe I didn't clarify that. I have to apologize. Sing the theme to the Love American Style. Nice. Is Strip Poker with you as a host online to watch? Yes, Fred Edward. There are episodes of Strip Poker. If you just type in Strip Poker Graham Elwood, you'll see me hosting that game show. Do I know the Full House theme or Perfect Strangers? No, not really. Um, New York, you have to register a year before the Dem primary. I should do a show in Charlottesville or Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, we'll try to get there. Paper ballots are the only way to go. Be during the bear theme. Oh man, who is Putin's body? Add Burlington, Vermont to your New England leg. Yeah, we do Boston on June 19th, and then there's like the 20th through the 22nd, that whole weekend. And Ron and I are discussing where we want to go from there. We want to go up into New England. So hopefully we can jump up to Burlington, maybe hit Portland, Maine, or something like that. Putin's body. Magnum PI. Do a monkey song. Ooh, I love the Monkeys theme song. Here we come. Oh, I love that song. Oh man, that might be the one. That might be the one. That might be the one. Shout out from New Hampshire. Breakfast with Tulsi last Sunday. Beer with Rand last year. Met Bernie, and it's all starting over again. You should come visit for sure, man. Pleasant Valley Sunday. Scooby-Doo theme. Minnesota. Yeah, Jay Bird, we're talking about maybe in the summer doing like the Twin Cities and maybe Madison, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, where else is around there? Yeah, maybe Madison, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, kind of get up in that area. MSM and mainstream media is state. It's not owned by the state. It's owned by the war machine, which I guess is the state. That's a good point. Sam Dean, shaving the knuckles for justice. Oh, I guess we got to rotate them the other way. And you got to shave your knuckles the opposite way in Australia. For what it's worth, mate, I'm really sorry about Trump declaring that pretend emergency. It looks pretty bad, man, but we cool. Yeah, it's awful what Trump. It just shows you how much of a psycho he is. He's saying the wall is a state of emergency, and it's a great distraction. I mean, because he's doing a legitimately crazy, awful thing that isn't right. The state of emergency that should be declared is the Green New Deal. We have Feinstein just telling little kids, that'll never work. Why do any bold leadership? It's insane what Trump is doing, that he's saying this is an emergency. I mean, that's for hurricanes. That's for 9/11. That's for awful stuff. Not your just political bullshit. He's such a dick. And it's racist. And instead of, if you don't want all these refugees coming to our country, maybe stop having the CIA do all these bullshit coups and let Central and South America run their own governments. How about that? It's so horrible, man. It's so ridiculous. It's just this never-ending circus sideshow with this idiot and the jackasses in the media and the dumb, ineffective Democrats when we should be screaming for a Green New Deal. If Dianne Feinstein was any good at all and was a true leader, she would say, yep, kids, you're right. I don't care what we don't have time to screw around. We're going to do this. I'm doing this for you. But she can't do that because little kids don't pay her. Corporations do. So, yeah, man. It's just more distractions when we should be focusing on the climate collapse. But thanks for supporting the show, Sam Dean. Shave the knuckles. Dingo style. I don't know what that means. My girlfriend and I with Graham. My girlfriend and I would love to see y'all. What about New Haven, Connecticut? Dude, check my website. We're doing New Haven, Connecticut, June 16th. You guys, seriously. I appreciate you coming here. Go to grahamelwood.com. I might already be coming to a city near you. New Haven, Connecticut, June 16th, dude. Bring your girlfriend. We will be there. Ron Placone and I, Progressive Comedy Tour. Ron made these awesome bumper stickers that have the word liberal that are crossed out, and then it says progressive written over it, and then it says hashtag Progressive Comedy Tour underneath it. We're going to be selling at the Progressive Comedy Tour shows starting next month in the Gulf states. And let me ask you guys this. If you don't live anywhere near where I'm going to be doing Progressive Comedy Tours, what about if we sold those online? Would you be willing to buy them for $5-10 online? Just a question. Tell the truth, Graham. Get out of other people's countries, assholes. Yeah, we need to stop going in other people's countries. I might do an online parking sucks. I don't know what that means. Hell yeah, Sam Dean. Sell the merch online. Am I going to be up in Portland with Jimmy in June? I think so. I can come to other countries. Merch online. All right. Your thoughts on Bob Kraft? You know, I didn't really follow much of the story, but if he, you know, the human trafficking is a horrible, horrible crime, and it is I read a study that there are more people in sexual, because if you're in human trafficking, you're a sexual slave. There's more people than there were at the height of the slave trade in like the 1500s or whatever. It's awful. And I'm not surprised that this billionaire is participating in that kind of awful shit. That's the billionaires, guys. That's the ruling class. Doing human trafficking. What does he care? He's got a private jet and Super Bowl rings. He's detestable. Thanks to Veen. I'm glad you like Afghanistan. Yeah, elites do like buying sex. Like, yeah, you can get Afghanistan. It's available for like $4 or $5. If you go to grahamelwood.com, you can download it. You can see me running around in Afghanistan with a lot more hair. So I hope you like that. Why can't the ruling class just get girlfriends and wives like the rest of us? They like sex too. Yeah, I don't know. They're just so, I don't know. They're just, I don't know how I don't know how you're with somebody. I could never do it. I could never do someone that doesn't want to be with you. Isn't that half of the thrill of sex, or the enjoyment is like, oh, here's this person that I'm attracted to and they're attracted to me too. Isn't that like part of the joy of it? Like, I'm just paying someone. It's fucking detestable, man. Connor Bone, Graham, how do you overcome hopelessness? That is a very good question. Here's how I overcome hopelessness. And I battle with this a lot. I try to look for hope and positivity. And when I do interviews like Mitchell Health, and I see people doing, when I see positive things happening and change taking place, then I try to really hold on to that and cling to that and say, all right, we got a shot here. You know, when Ocasio-Cortez getting elected, that was a victory for us. You know, when I hear about, China building solar powered roads, I go, okay. When I hear about more people waking up, people getting involved, when I just see, we have 181 people watching this show right now. This is the most people anyone have ever watched it. Each week we sort of creep past another little record. I'm I picked up 4,000 subscribers in the last month. I was on that video talking about the Joe Rogan Barry Weiss interview, and it got 1 million views. I've never been on a show that's gotten 1 million views before. It seems like more people are waking up. More people are wanting to pay attention. More people are wanting to they're willing to hear the truth, let alone go after and pursue it. So I think that's what gives me hope. And I do a lot of self-care. I take time for myself. I make sure I exercise and eat healthy, and I try to go outside. It's kind of hard here in Chicago when it's 20 degrees, but yeah, that's why I surf. That's why I laugh with friends. I try to do fun things and give balance. So I do these stories and do this show and cover some subjects that are really tough to cover sometimes, but I just don't give up hope. Because what's the alternative if I give up hope? What do I do then? Just YOLO, or just check out, or just sink into a depression? I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Hope that answered the question. Chelsea Seitz, thanks for supporting the show. Shave the knuckles for justice. When are you coming back to Southern California? Hope your tour with Ron is going well. Thank you. Ron's not with me in Chicago, but in 2 weeks, we will be together. March 23rd, I'm doing a show, the Stay in Your Lane comedy show at the Corbin Bowl, which is a bowling alley in beautiful Tarzana. So I hope you can come to that show. If I don't have a ticket link up for that, I will soon. So Chelsea, I'll be back in SoCal soon. I love SoCal, and I'll be back there soon, and we'll be announcing more shows. I'm setting up another Political Vigilante Live at the Dojo at the Sycamore Tavern, probably around April or so, whenever I get that date. I'll let you guys know. Hope you can come to it. It's good to see you. Sam Dean, what's up? Good day, mate. Rotate him. I think of Trump as a child with an inherited train set. Of course. To us, it's a beautiful classic representation. But that damn kid goes and breaks the damn thing straight away. Be safe, mate. Hugs from Oz to everybody. Thanks, Sam Dean. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it is frustrating. Trump is just a spoiled little rich kid. He's like everything. I said it during the 2016 election. I said Hillary is everything that's wrong with American politics, and Trump is everything that's wrong with America. Greedy, selfish, arrogant, doesn't care about anybody, just wants his profit, doesn't care about, that's like all of the negative things of America are encapsulated in Donald Trump. So he is like a child. It's mine. All these billionaires. I'm self-made. No. Your daddy gave you $1 million. You went to private schools. You've been coddled your whole goddamn life. You've never worked a day in your life. None of these billionaires have ever worked a day. None of them ever picked up a hammer. None of them ever had to move furniture or wait tables or work in construction. None of them have ever had to do that. None of them. None of them. So thanks, Sam, for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. You guys it's awesome, man. The support on this show is fantastic. Don't forget you can go to Streamlabs to donate. Portland donated. You getting Mike for the Portland show with Jimmy Dore show? I heard being a human in traffic in LA is terrible. Portland. No, I don't think we'll get Mike. I don't know who we're going to get for the Portland show. That's up to Jimmy. I'm not sure who else is going to be on that, but thank you so much. Shave your knuckles for justice. This is on the Streamlabs side, everybody. And Kraft donated $5. Thank you so much. Shave them for justice. Shave your knuckles for justice. I didn't have high expectations for someone who can't even claim singles are cheese. They're still labeled pasteurized cheese product. On a side note, nothing but garbage has come from the Patriots. How are they even still a team in the NFL? Thank you for spending money on a joke. I always love that. I love the great questions and the in-depth stuff, and I also like it when you guys just decide to spend money on a joke. Right on. Yeah, you all showed me I'm not alone. You're not alone. None of you guys are alone. Good question where Ruth Benedict can get her yellow vest. First we cry, then we get mad, then focus on the mission. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way to do it. Graham, why do you wear a Cobra Kai t-shirt? Seems like they would all be Republicans or Corp Democrats by now. I just appreciate their focus. Strike first, strike hard, show no mercy, and sweep the leg. That's how I live my life. That's how you should live your lives. Do what your sensei tells you to do, even if it's cheap, and even if you're cheating and playing dirty. And also, I just want you to know you're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. You're the best around. Accelerated evolution. Boom. Shaving the knuckles. Wow. Question. With Cruz on Sanders' campaign, how could you see the media spinning her in a negative light? As the Puerto Rican champion against Trump, as the mayor of San Juan, she was just the face against Trump. Well, look, first of all, Accelerated Evolution, thank you for supporting the show. Well, the media is already out to get Bernie. I mean, he's a Russian puppet and whatever else. So they're going to try to do anything that they can. They're in a tricky spot because she is the hero. I mean, she was really just calling out Trump to his face to try to save the people of her city and her country. And, you know, the media's going to have a hard time doing it because Bernie's like, I got Nina Turner on my side. Now he's got Cruz. It's like, but they'll find a way. I mean, they will find a way. I guarantee it. Accelerated Evolution. They will find a way. But they're so fumbling over themselves. The mainstream media is just hilarious to watch because they contradict themselves within the same sentence. And people are just catching on to it. They're just catching on to it. So I think having her involved is going to be great. I mean, look, Trump, I don't think he can compete. One of the reasons why he won was Hillary just thought, oh, I got the black vote in the bag. And it was the lowest black voter turnout in 20 years. Bernie has huge support in the Black and Latino communities. So, and now he's got the mayor of San Juan, who was so vocally against, she was dealing with a horrible disaster. And I don't know. I think Bernie's got it. And I don't know. I think he's got a better shot this year. That's what I think. Thanks for supporting the show. Sam Dean, what's up, brother? I was smoking weed in the other room and I just walked past my automatic air purifier and I turned itself up to 7 out of 10. Cool. Just saying. Smoking weed with the air purifier. Don't you think you're kind of taxing your air purifier a little bit, Sam? Don't you think you should just go outside and let the air purifier? I'm just saying. I'm not telling you how to live. But thanks for supporting the show, Sam. You're fantastic. A Hillary supporter has entered the chat. Smoking weed with air purifier is redundant. Cat B, Sam Dean, make it go to 11. Nice, nice, Cat. Nice Spinal Tap reference. This amplifier goes to 11. Why don't you just make 10 more powerful? This one goes to 11. Nice, Cat. Outstanding. Don't worry, Sam. I'm gonna sing. We're getting close to song time. Graham, what was your favorite gig outside of your episode venture? Great series, by the way. Oh, thank you. I don't know, man. I've been lucky. I've gotten to, directing the FNX series, which, by the way, that all 13 episodes are at watch.fnx.org. You can see all 13 episodes of the Native American stand-up series now. They're online, so you can see them anywhere. Check them out. Give it positive reviews and all that stuff. That was so awesome. I mean, making earbuds was really cool. We traveled around the world. We went to Australia, went to the Australian outback, interviewed like Will Anderson, who's a friend of mine. Earbuds was so cool. Hosting the game shows, hosting Strip Poker was a lot of fun too. I don't know. I've been pretty blessed. I've got to do a lot of cool things. So, yeah. Graham, vests movement. Thoughts? I'm all for the yellow vest thing. I'm all for organized, coordinated resistance, and in France, of course, they're tear gassing people. Macron is using all this violence against his own people. And where's the outcry? We're claiming Maduro's doing that, and we gotta stop this human rights violations. Oh, France doesn't have the #1 oil reserves in the world. That's why we let him do that. Yeah, France does have oil, but not the #1 oil reserves. And they play ball with us. That's the key right there. Wine and cheese are nice. $447,000 yellow vests for 14 weeks. They did it right here at Standing Rock. France does have really good butter. Yeah. Be polite with each other. I'll start blocking you. Oh, 176 viewers, 144 likes. Fantastic, you guys. I can't. We vote Bernie in, then we take to the streets and demand to never go into another country that didn't attack us ever again. I'm down with that. Audit the Federal Reserve, honor the treaties. Nice. That's a valid point here. Ruth Benedict, thank you for supporting the show. I have a procedure tomorrow morning early. Ooh. Keep strong, Graham. You and this audience have inspired my spirit. Thank you. Ruth, show Ruth some love. She's battling leukemia. Ruth, all of our thoughts and progressive strength is with you. So thank you for taking your time with us. I hope the procedure goes well. And we'll talk next week. Thanks, Ruth. You're awesome. And we'll see you in Philly. Jane Sanders is Bernie's rock for sure. Prayers for Ruth, absolutely. France also has its own military-industrial complex that sells the Middle East for sure. HR 24 and HR 25 aims at the Federal Reserve and IRS. What's your take, Graham? I'm not exactly too familiar with those bills. I would like to see some IRS overhaul. I would like to see the Federal Reserve audited, because right now it just seems like a secret banking like cartel, and abolish ICE. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Sam, that wasn't me. Cyber Clue, a bit of tech support for Bernie and Tulsi. Everyone should change their router with Wi-Fi broadcast name to variations of Bernie 2020 or Tulsi 2020, coast to coast Wi-Fi name recognition. Right on. Fantastic life. Dominic, what's up, brother? Thanks for supporting the show. Shave the knuckles. If Bernie or another progressive wins, the fight doesn't end there. Congress needs to know that it is next. Absolutely. That's a great point. If Bernie or gets in there, or progressive gets in there, yeah, then we got to get all of the Feinsteins and the Mitch McConnells and all those folks out of Congress and the Senate. We need to just get progressives everywhere, and then a Green New Deal starts happening, because we're running out of time. We need to be as serious about this as I've said, as though a meteor was about to hit the planet. That's what we have to do. So I agree. If Bernie does become president, first of all, he'll have a very progressive cabinet, and he can just do what he did. Look what he did with the Stop Bezos Act. That never got passed. He just forced Amazon to raise its wages. He'll just do stuff like that. I'm introducing this. I want this done. I want this done. And whenever they block it, he'll just call them out. I mean, I think that's the way you have to do it. That's the way you have to do it. So thank you for supporting the show, Plantastic. You bring up a great point. All right, Ruth, I hope we get to see you. We'll see you in Philly, but we'll have a great, do well in the surgery or whatever you're supposed to say with that. I hope it goes well. And yeah, hopefully your doctor gives you good news and you can come see us in Philly in June. Got a lot of time to get better and all that stuff. Wi-Fi name change is bad, except in Illinois where routers have to have a second service for public. Don't want public to have access to your net. Oh, good point. Bat mashups. Pat, what's up, brother? Hey, Graham, thanks for doing the Brody video. Yeah, Pat used to work at the Hollywood Improv, and he knew Brody. We all knew Brody. If you didn't know Brody Stevens, Google him online. He's a very unique performer, very original, awesome. I love Brody. So thanks for watching that video. I really appreciate it. Well, we're running out of time, everybody. I think it's time for a song. Oh, snap. Boom, boom, pow. All right, let's do this. Courtship of, wait, dang it. Courtship of Lady's Father song. Song lyrics. Courtship of Eddie's Father. I'm going to do that one. No. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to get the lyrics. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Let me tell you about.
Can you guys hear that if I play it? When I was playing that music, did you hear it? You did hear it. All right. Oh, right. Karaoke version. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to get the band. The band. Karaoke version. People, let me tell you about my band. Hold on. I can't find it. Hold on. Oh, well, like, yeah, God, I don't want to get banned. YouTube won't strike me. All right, hold on. I can't find just a. Let's see. No, I can't find just a. On YouTube. Hold on. Am I up? Let's see. Courtship of Eddie's father. His theme song. Lyrics. Here we go. Oh, here we go. I think this might be it.
People, let me tell you about.
All right. Well, I guess I just have to have that background thing. All right. Sorry. Oh. Oh, wait. Here we go. Hold on. Let me find this version. Let's see. Hold on. All right, let me go. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, it says video unavailable. Come on. No, I can't figure this out. All right, I gotta. All right, here we go. All right. Tulsi would make a great Secretary of State. Song lyrics. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we just got to do this one. All right, here we go, guys.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loves me to the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's my one boy, my cuddling toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him, so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La 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 yeah. La 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 yeah. La 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 yeah.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. That was the somebody just wrote ponies over bombs. Yeah.
Let's suppose that
They
you're
asked me
writing
to
a
sing.
really
Hold
important
on.
email to a
Let me
colleague.
turn that off. So thank you, everybody, for thank you, Sam Dean. I love that song. I love Mrs. Livingston, oh, Mr. Edgy's father. Like, it was so great. Bill Bixby, who then later became to be the Hulk. So you guys were fantastic. Thank you so much. First, I want to thank all of the Streamlabs folks. I got to go do a show. I want to thank Portland and Kraft on the Streamlabs. Thank you so much. And then, of course, I want to thank, where are they? All the YouTubers. Bowmanville is out. Here are all the YouTube people who did the super chat. Thank you so much, guys. This is really cool. I love this. Every week we're growing. Ruth Benedict, thank you so much, Ruth. She's got a procedure tomorrow. Give her some love. Natural Progressive Chris, thank you. Check out her show on YouTube. So awesome. Frank Friel. Frank, thank you so much, brother. We'll see you in Philly in June. Ray Foley, thank you so much for supporting the show. Knuckles for shaving. Nick Thompson, right on, brother. Hope you can make it to one of the shows this week in Chicago. Plantastic Life. Dominic, always great having you. Balthazar 228, brother. Thank you for sending me. I guess I've got a new video to watch to integrate with the Mac. Cuttafil, thank you so much for supporting the show. I'm glad you like everything we're doing. I appreciate it. Balthazar 228, right on, brother. Balthazar 228 again. Thank you. Bob Swanick, thank you for supporting the show. Schultze 100, thank you for suggesting that I sing. Costello West, very much appreciate it. Basil Peterson, good to have you here, my friend. Balthazar 228, thank you. Balthazar 228 again. Balthazar 228 again, right on. Ruth Benedict, Ruth, we're going to see you in Philly. Stay strong. Sam Dean, good day, mate. Good to have you. Sam Dean again, rotating the other way for Down Under. Chelsea Sites, I will be back in SoCal. Sam Dean again, come on. Accelerated Evolution, thank you so much for supporting the show. Sam Dean again, brother, right on. Ruth Benedict, our thoughts are with you, Ruth. Plantastic Life, thank you so much. And Bat Mashups. You guys are all awesome. I love doing this show. It's really cool. I appreciate it. Next week, I might have to do it on Saturday because I'm flying Sunday. I should get in time, but I'm just worried if there's weather and flight delays, then I could miss it altogether and not be able to do it. So I might just do it Saturday afternoon. I'll let you know. But just follow me on Twitter at Graham Elwood and Instagram. Celeste Inman, thank you so much, Celeste, for supporting the show. You guys are awesome. We got up to 180 viewers. We have 159 likes. The numbers are growing. Thank you so much, everybody. So you're fantastic. And remember, shave your knuckles and make Gotham great again.